This is Anthony with True Diamond Heart, continuing our video series on doing nothing and being everything. Now, if you didn't experience the last video, please, it would be really useful, helpful for you to watch the previous video first. They're on YouTube, the True Diamond Heart channel. So watch the video before this. It was released yesterday, or it'll be the one just before it in the queue, if this is several months later or days later. We had a very brief meditative experience of being. Now, being just touching on it or getting deep into it, however deep your experience was of that, at least there was a taste. Now, the value of that is in and of itself that we're here to be joyful and realized and happy and beautiful and expansive. And that's what that state is. That state is also extremely practical, which means that it's okay, we could always just go drink, have 4 or 5 shots of something, or smoke a few somethings, or snort something, or sex something, or acquire something, and have some time of seeming vacation, right? From the busy mind, the busy feelings, the busy this and that. The difference between acquiring, sexing, desiring, sexing, wanting, snorting, smoking, drinking, eating, all of these different things. The difference between those things, some of those things leave you lower once the buzz wears off. If it's meaningless sex, if it's drugs and alcohol, there's always the crash and you feel bad, worse than before. You feel not so good. You find the thing that makes you feel a little better for a little bit, then you feel kind of worse afterwards. Then there's other things, like perhaps you get a new bicycle, and that can have like a lasting kind of a addition to your life. It's not really a huge going to be, but if you're craving for that bicycle to fill your life, eventually it's not going to fill your life. You're going to want a better bicycle, or you're going to want something else, or the buzz will wear off from any acquisition. This thing that we experienced, the simple state of being that we entered into slightly, and that we're going to continue. You're going to have more experiences of this in later videos, and just stay with True Diamond Heart. This is what we do. We facilitate being. Being is, think about it like a camel. It fills you with water in your hump, right? Camels, I think they carry water in their hump, right? They carry it in their tissues somehow, and then they just use it as they walk through the dry desert. What it does is it fills you with the waters of life. So as you walk through your life, you're not affected by things. You have your independent water supply. You don't need to look outside for things anymore where you never find them anywhere. Remember the acquiring, the sexing, the desiring, the smoking, the drinking, the eating, all these things that don't really fill us. You don't need to look outside anymore. You know where it is. It's inside. And you're carrying a store of it. And you're furnishing water, the waters of life for everybody around you. And as you furnish the waters for everybody around you, you receive the waters from the universe and everybody around you, consciously or not, because the waters of life are given and received simultaneously. So the state of being that we're learning, the undoing of the unnecessary doing, the letting go of the unnecessary doing, the learning to see that it's happening, to see that it's unnecessary. We'll talk about that next time. And then to let it go. This sequence of I'm finally being, to some extent and to a greater and greater extent, free of unnecessary doing, reveals more and more being, which is the water that we crave. It's the peace and the joy and the magnificence of our being selves, of our fundamental. Remember the little child you arrived at, any little child you look at, that innocent, authentic truth that is joy. That state is healing for yourself and healing for everybody around you. Unbelievably practical. When you come to your practical and necessary doings, you'll do them much more effectively. Much less time will be wasted, and you'll have way less drama in your life, and your relationships will improve. Your health will improve. Everything will improve. That's why we're doing it. Not just to escape and to feel good for a little while, to actually raise our vibrations so we are good, meaning not just doing good, because that comes automatically. Being. When you say, yeah, how you doing? Yeah, I'm good. Like that. But really meaning it. I am good. I'm just good. And from that flows my goodness. Stay with us.